What's up guys, this is GodTuts, and I'm actually doing a tutorial this time. So this one is how to add GameCenter to your iPhone app, and this one's going to be using Xcode 5, and so let's get started. So first thing, you do need an Apple developer account to set up GameCenter at all, so sorry if you don't have one. So once you get that, you want to go to Manage Your Apps on iTunes Connect, and you have to actually have an app set up, so if you don't, just hit Add New App. And this is actually, I'm working with a real app that I developed. Check it out on the App Store, it's called Pass-Through. So what you're going to do is hit Manage GameCenter right here, and then right here it will be disabled. Just click it so it's enabled, and then what we're going to do in this tutorial is just add a leaderboard, which is the simplest thing you can do. So everyone playing the game can send their score to the leaderboard and then see if they're the best and whatever. So you click Add Leaderboard, and then you'll go through some easy to follow steps, and when you're done you should have a leaderboard name, a leaderboard ID, and you'll set up how the score is done and stuff. So just go through all that, and then we'll open up Xcode here, and I already have the code down, so I'll be talking through it, and I'll also put it in the description. Usually these tutorials don't put stuff in the description. I don't know why. I feel like that would be a lot easier. So the first thing you have to do is sign the player into GameCenter. People usually will do this in the viewdidload section, but I found that annoying because once you open the app, the GameCenter sign-in will pop up, and I thought that was annoying. So what I did was, in my storyboard right here, I have a GameCenter sign-in button, and I linked it up to this action. So now I have the sign in to GameCenter code linked up to that button. So here's the code for that right here. So what this is going to do is it's going to check if the user is already signed into GameCenter, and if the user is not, then it will show the sign-in screen. And if the user is, then it will just automatically sign it. So you need to do that. This stuff right here, it's this is specific to my app itself. It's not needed, but basically once you press the GameCenter sign-in button, that button itself will hide, and then a send score to leaderboards button will show, and a leaderboards button will show, assuming authentication is successful. So you guys can mess around with that. Okay, so after you sign in, you're going to want to have a button that will submit the score to your GameCenter leaderboard. Now here's the code for that, and I've also set it up to a button. So here's the code. It will be in the description. And right here, it's very important that this text in the quotes exactly matches your leaderboard ID, so that way the scores go to this leaderboard. And this right here will be specific to your code. High score number is the integer I set to the user's high score in my app pass-through. Right here I have some stuff that I've personally customized. I have a label that shows if the GameCenter sign-in failed, it will say that your score did not send. Here's a label that says your score was successfully submitted. I'll show you guys all that when I test it out. Lastly, you need a Show Leaderboards button. So here's my Send Score button. That's hidden until the user signs into GameCenter. And here's my Leaderboards button, same thing. So to show the leaderboard, I have that linked up to this button. And here's the code. It'll be in the description. So this is just showing the leaderboard. If you see all these warnings, I'm guessing this isn't the most modern way to do it, but it does work, and it's the easiest way. And finally, you need this code in order to dismiss the leaderboard. So just add that in, and it'll let the user close it. And that's pretty much it. Let's give this a run. Hopefully this doesn't take too long. Alright guys, so I got it up and running. Here it is. So when you press this button, the Game Center sign-in code will run. So, and I linked that up too. Alright, as you can see, I have that coded in too. There we go. So we'll run the code to open that up. And now these buttons appear. So send score. And now your score's on leaderboards, and then that will pop up this. And my score of 39 didn't send because this is the same account on my actual phone. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, I'll be able to get back to you. Just leave a comment. Please download this app. I developed it myself. It's my first one. And leave a rating, a 5-star rating on the App Store. And thanks a lot, guys. If you want any more tutorials on Xcode, please leave a comment. Alright.